Today's webinar, we're going to be talking about adding YouTube into your marketing strategy. And this is a little bit of a different topic than we've typically had on these webinars. But as I was just talking with our guest, we really want to make sure that we're offering content that's helping business owners out in as many avenues as possible, since running a business takes a lot of knowledge and a lot of wherewithal. And using YouTube in your marketing strategy can be a really powerful tool in your tool belt. Our host today is Jamar Diggs. He is a YouTube consultant and strategist and a longtime Dubsado user, and he's going to be a fantastic resource for you all to learn a little bit more about using YouTube with your business. So stick around to the end of the webinar. He has a new membership that he wants to offer you all, so he'll have some details about that at the end. But otherwise, let's go ahead and bring on Jamar Diggs.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. I already see some amazing some similar faces inside of the audience too. So I'm so excited to get this started. Thank y'all so much for showing up. We are going to be talking about how to add YouTube to your marketing strategy. And if you have a channel right now, please drop a 1 in the chat. I really like to take like a temperature of the room. Oh, hello, y'all. Look, my crew is showing up for me. Okay. But I definitely want to drop a 1 in the chat. If you have a channel, drop a 2 in the chat. If you have a channel, but you probably ghosted it. That would kind of like help me understand kind of like the temperature of the room right now. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and get started here. I see some 1s and 2s. Perfect. All right. We should see my screen now. Perfect. All right. So yeah, so I see some 2s here. We've got some people that have ghosted their channel. We have some people who don't have a channel at all. No worries at all. This is going to help you really get started, okay? Because at the end of the day, we want to use YouTube to get more clients in our business. YouTube is such an amazing traffic source, and I really want to show you how I help my clients, my members actually make the most out of it and really make this process as low lift as it can be. All right, so let's dive in. Actually, let me introduce myself. Oh my goodness. So, hey y'all, my name is Jamar Diggs. I help business owners launch and revive their YouTube channels to really sell their expertise and offers with low lift video strategies. Okay, so I come from a corporate marketing background, and I work with very, very large marketing departments, all the way from like homes.com and front.com, and I have helped them really build an audience overflowing with repeat buyers and lifetime advocates, right? Who really love spreading the word about their brand. So YouTube has so much power than what we think about it, right? It is so much more than just a lead generator. We're going to stick to lead generation first, but I really want you to think about really the impact that YouTube can have on your business in the long run, okay? Because at the end of the day, YouTube is the second largest search engine, and it's owned by the first, which is Google, okay? And so people are searching on YouTube and Google every single day to find answers, right? It's not just for entertainment, okay? When you think about a search engine, what do you think about, right? So if I were searching for the nearest zoo near me, the search engine like Google wouldn't send me to like the nearest hospital, right? Like the purpose of a search engine is to give you the most relevant and accurate information possible, right? And so when you think about that, we have such an amazing opportunity to meet our ideal clients where they need us the most, right? Right when they're having this issue, right when they need questions answered, right when they're in that phase of trying to understand what their problems are and how can they solve it, right? And so YouTube does that so freaking well, and I cannot wait to really dive into that today. And when we do this, most of the time, people like to think about YouTube as an influencer or content creator, right? It's one of those things where the influencers, man, they have done such an amazing job at mastering this platform. And so as a business owner who is trying to get clients, we kind of just see them as the blueprint, right? It kind of makes it a little bit more easier for us to try to at least understand this crazy thing, right? So, but when it comes to YouTube for business, we really need to set that intention and really understand that we are not trying to be an influencer or content creator. We are going to be leveraging YouTube for business. And so really understanding what are the goals for those two separate types of people, right? So when you're a content creator or an influencer or YouTuber, right? Your goal is to really entertain and keep people on YouTube for as long as possible. So a YouTuber's way of monetizing their channel, right, is to get into that YouTube partner program, right? Everyone's talking about, I'm trying to get monetized. I'm trying to get to the 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, right? That's their goal. Their goal is to get people in to watch as many videos as possible so they can get views to get into that partner program, so that YouTube can run ads on their content, and in return, they get a percentage of that ad revenue. Okay, so a YouTuber's goal is just to get views in and to just get more subscribers. Sure, they may care about like the type of viewer because they are in some kind of like niche, right? But they aren't as specific as we are, right? Because as a business owner using YouTube for business, okay, our goal is to attract and get people off of the platform and into our offer. So our goal is not just to get people to just keep on binging all of our content all the time. The goal is to get them off of YouTube eventually, right? And into our offers, because at the end of the day, views and subscribers are good, but let me tell you, they do not equate to cold hard cash. Like, you try going to your bill collector and trying to tell them that you have all these views and all these subscribers, right? They will evict you out of your house, honey. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it does not work. Right. And so when we're trying to use YouTube for business, we need to monetize our channel to attract the right people. OK, our content should be adding new people, new problem aware people who know they have a problem and they are willing to solve it. OK, we need to get those people into our ecosystem, our YouTube channel. So the first thing here, just to make sure that we are all clear, does that make sense, right? So in the chat, I really want to know, what side are you choosing? Okay, are you choosing YouTuber or are you choosing business owner? Let me know in the chat, okay? Because like I said before, we need to, if we're trying to leverage it to get clients, this is the way that we need to go, because this is the easiest way to collapse the time that it takes for someone to find you out of nowhere, find you from a sea of search results and get into your funnel. It almost feels like magic, but it's not. It's all strategy. Okay. And when you are using it with this intention, okay, you're going to be able to also have more content to use across other platforms. Okay. And then also being found on the search engines, on both YouTube search engine and also Google search engine. Right. So one of the main things that I get asked whenever someone is thinking about starting a YouTube channel, they ask, well, are people really searching for what I do on YouTube? Are my ideal clients really on YouTube? And that question completely misses like what the point is behind YouTube. We don't have to, a person doesn't have to be on YouTube like they have to be on Instagram or on LinkedIn or on Threads, right? They don't have to spend all their time there, because like I said before, we are trying to leverage the search engine. So think about your own search habits. When you're trying to learn something new, when you're trying to look up something, when you're trying to understand certain complex things, you probably end up using a search engine throughout that time. And even if you were to just use Google is recommending YouTube videos in their search results. So you don't even have to use your own YouTube account to be seen, to be found, to be put into someone's funnel, right? So think about it that way. it's not so much so are people on YouTube, but are people searching for understanding? Are people searching for how to solve their problems? And the answer is always going to be yes. Now, the first rule of adding YouTube into your marketing strategy is starting with the end in mind. And the end in mind here takes you back to this little thing called a lead magnet. Okay, so when we are thinking about getting people off of YouTube, we need to give them a really solid reason to leave, right? Or they're going to go to another video that could probably solve their problem, right? So if you give someone an amazing video, so much value, and it helps them answer that specific question that they have, how can you get them off of YouTube? And the easiest way is to have some type of freebie, some type of lead magnet. All right. And so most of the time, this is tied directly to a thing that you are selling. Okay. And this can be something like a freebie, like a PDF, a free workbook, a masterclass or training, a quiz even, or even a private podcast, right? What is going to be that no-brainer next step for someone? Okay, but I want to caution you. I don't want this to be crazy, crazy basic. This is going to be, like I said before, a no-brainer next step that someone is going to take after watching the video, and it should be related to either one specific offer or like kind of just all of your offers, if it makes sense. And so when we're thinking about this, I really wanted to kind of show an example. And what we see here is a video. Say that I did a video on like why your videos are not converting into sales. And then my lead magnet is a YouTube quick start guide or 30-day YouTube challenge that like focuses up on like converting viewers into sales, right? It gives them like that kind of like first step into really optimizing their channel, whatever that may be, right? And then, but that's tied into the offer, which is the YouTube membership. It makes sense, right? Because all of these things go towards the goal. So before we even think about posting a video up on YouTube, we need to be thinking, do we have a freebie? Do we have a lead magnet that is strong enough to get people off of YouTube with my content? Okay. Does it make sense? Does it align? Okay. I don't want to harp on that too much because I know we're here for the content of the YouTube channel, but this is one of like the biggest pieces of the YouTube strategy of how it can go all into your marketing strategy, because once you get those people into your marketing ecosystem, one, you now have their email to nurture, to send emails to, nurture sequences, sales sequences to. They can be exposed to your ecosystem and also in other ways as well. But it's important because this is one of the easiest ways for you to know if something is working or not. It's one of the most tangible ways for you to know if you're getting your return on investment from YouTube, right? And so a lot of people may start out their channel and they say, oh, I just want to have fun with it. But then when the leads don't come in, they stop. So the lead magnet is the core thing to make sure that you are adding something valuable into your marketing strategy. Now, when it comes to the content here, I have this 4-part framework that really helps you bring in the problem-aware person who is the best fit candidate to like work with, right? These are more so like qualified people that you want to work with. And when you think about it, I call it almost like a YouTube funnel, as you can see right here. And we have the anchor video, shifting perspective, combating objections, and a personal client story. These are going to be the 4 main video types that you should just be cycling through your entire YouTube channel. And let's break those down a little bit more. So when we're thinking about an anchor video, these are typically the ones that everyone knows. These are the highly searched for video topics or frequently asked questions that you can always link back to. So if you're using some kind of keyword research tool like vidIQ or TubeBuddy, you're gonna want this to be some type of phrase that has a high search volume or low competition. So think about these things as like these how-tos, like these frequently asked questions. Like, does someone ask you how to do something all the time? Some type of tutorial. Frequently asked questions. The second video type is a shifting perspective video. And this is going to be a topic that is going to really highlight your methodology and changes the way someone may perceive their initial problem or pain point. So this should be something that allows you to do a little bit more thought leadership, right? So what is that topic that someone is always asking you about, possibly, where you're like, you should be thinking, and they're probably thinking about it in a different way. So you kind of are able to do almost like a little Trojan horse thing, to where you get to where your video is hitting like that term that they're searching for, but in the video you're able to shift their perspective and to really show your authority on this topic. Okay. The third type of video that you have to be posting is a combating objections video. And these are not videos that are like a sales objections, like, oh, this costs too much, or do I have the time to do it, right? Those are not what I'm really talking about. It's more so, what are the alternatives that your ideal client sees as a valid solution? But they're typically just band-aids, and they don't end up giving your ideal client the transformation that they really want. I like to tell my clients, like, what is the thing that your leads do, or that your audience does, that makes you just want to shake them? That's like kind of like the easiest way. Like, what is that feeling that, like, what do they do and it makes you have that feeling where you just want to go, no, stop, let me help you, right? What did they do? And so I like to make videos about that. And so this typically looks like something like this versus that video, where maybe you're like comparing like pros and cons between two options that they that they're already thinking about, right? So what are some of those alternatives to the solution that you have, that they kind of see as valuable options? It's your job to kind of meet them there and make sure that they're getting as much information about that option as possible, so that when they come to you, they are confident yeses, right? They're not thinking, what if I just did this instead? No, this is one of like the best ways to turn your audience into really confident buyers, right? Because your content is doing all of this this selling or combating objections for you. Okay. And then the last type of video type is a personal or client story. So I like these to be something like ways to build connection. And these could look like a client interview, or maybe like a story time like video that you do on your own. I like these to be focused around what is the key lesson that a viewer can learn while watching this video, right? So if it's a video with just you, what is like the lesson that you learned that the viewer can see themselves in that transformation, right? You were here at one point where they probably are, and now you are here, right? I want them to really see the transition, to see that transformation, and to imagine themselves in that same part, right? So I like to say it's like a you walked so they can run type of video, right? Let them see that journey. Same thing for like maybe a client interview. Like, what are some client stories that you can share that really helps the viewer see themselves, see their unique issue in someone else? Because whenever you hop on a call with someone, if you're like a service provider, like literally, that everyone thinks that their problems are very, very unique. And you could do as much selling with your content as possible, but they're always going to wonder, but can you help me with this unique problem. And it's probably something that you have helped everyone else with multiple times, but you have not showed that to them. So they really, so they still have that lingering question. This type of video helps answer that question. Okay, give me a 1 in the chat if this is making sense for you. Now we're going to be doing some examples too. So I already have this little like YouTube search funnel set up for you, because this is what happens when you put all those videos together. And so one of the easiest way to add this into your marketing strategy, is first think about what is a frequently asked question that you have that you get all the time, right? So we're going to put ourselves in the shoes of like a systems Dubsado specialist, right? And they are probably getting, well, does Dubsado work for coaches, right? Maybe they get that kind of objection or that kind of question, right? And so what I did is I followed the framework. I followed the video types just to answer that one question. And so how to use Dubsado as a coach is the anchor video, right? That's a frequently asked question that a systems person will probably get. Okay. A shifting perspectives video would be something like the 5 mistakes coaches make with their Dubsado workflows. Okay. This is where they're able to really dive into their unique way of thinking, right? Like their thought leadership around how coaches should be using Dubsado. Okay. And then the combating objections type of video would be something like meta within the platform, right? Like maybe like a coach already uses another platform for scheduling, right? So maybe we could do something to where it's like the Dubsado scheduler for coaches versus Calendly, like the pros and cons, really laying out the pros and cons between using just Calendly maybe with Dubsado, or leaning in and using the scheduler altogether, right? And then the personal story would be how I easily onboarded 15 new clients at one time using Dubsado. This is such a great way, a great story for you to tell, because this is something that a coach would want to happen. Maybe they have a group program. Maybe they have these different, maybe their onboarding time takes a lot longer than what they would like. And so this will allow them to see that struggle that you had and how you were able to fix that. This could have easily also been like a client story as well. Okay, so that's one way of using all of the video types that I talked about. Okay, and then the second one, right? Let's just pretend I'm a social media, maybe like an Instagram expert. Okay, and the main question that I always get asked is, how do I like boost Instagram engagement? Okay. And so what I can do if I'm going to be using this kind of YouTube funnel is that I will have an anchor video that is easy strategies that boost Instagram engagement in 2024. Then my shifting perspective video would be, these Instagram hacks will not boost your Instagram engagement. Okay. The combating objections video would be organic versus paid Instagram engagement, which is better for business, right? So really thinking that like whenever someone is maybe trying to hire some help with Instagram, maybe they're just thinking, oh, what if I just did ads instead? Do I really need to hire someone to help me? Maybe I should just double down on ads. Okay, and then the final one, which is like the personal or client story, would be my Instagram engagement was down, so I did this. Okay, so I really want to kind of show you how it will work, just to make YouTube a little bit more easier for you, even if you're just starting just from a frequently asked question that you have. Using those 4 video types would really, really help you make content creation a little bit more easier. Okay, and the best part about this is that you are just posting 2 videos a month. Okay, so our clients have been able to make YouTube their main platform and use that content to repurpose it onto other community-based platforms like Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, without feeling burned out. So a lot of the times, whenever we're trying to add YouTube into our marketing strategy, we don't think about it as like long form content first and then the shorter form content second, right? And so if you're currently marketing your business, think about how you could use YouTube as that long form content, as like the core of your marketing strategy, so that you can start repurposing things a little bit differently. Okay. And when I mean like repurposing things, I don't always mean just like, I don't know, like just like taking a clip and then putting it up on Instagram, right? I mean, like you can make it into something new. And it's just easier because you already are using YouTube, because YouTube is such a rich form of media to where you could use it in so many different ways. In fact, you can use it in about 35 plus different ways. And I'm going to show you, and I'm going to walk you through what that kind of means, right? So when you have one YouTube video, you could have a blog post, maybe two, you know, you could have some pins that come from that blog post, some pins that also come from that YouTube video. You could do a few YouTube shorts if you want to, from like maybe like highlighting the 2 or 3 key points inside of that initial YouTube video. You could turn a few of the clips into Instagram Reels. This could also just be you reading a piece of the blog post that you made from that video into a face camera Instagram Reel. You know, same thing for TikTok. These could be a few Instagram quotes or Instagram slides or any other types of Instagram posts. These could be LinkedIn posts, even a few Threads posts, right? And so when you take YouTube as that core piece of content and you get to distribute it and repurpose it in all these different ways, it kind of becomes a little bit more easier for you to add this into your marketing strategy, right? And when you keep in mind, all of this content is coming from the frequently asked questions that your ideal clients have already, right? So every piece of content is designed to convert. Every piece of content is designed to make sure that you are answering the right questions, that you are providing the right kind of value, that you are providing the right type of thought leadership in your business. Okay. And you just present it in different ways. And so while you have the YouTube videos doing their thing in the search engine, already generating traffic and leads for you, you're able to also get traffic and get leads from your community-based platforms, which is what I call them, like your Instagram account, your Threads account, and LinkedIn, just by not having to recreate anything, but just using what you have. Because I already know that business owners, they are so busy. And the great thing about this that I didn't mention is when you do 2 videos a month, the amount of time that it will take you, and this involves editing, it will take you 4 to 5 hours a month. That's it. If you follow this this framework and do these and do 2 videos a month, that's really all that it will take you. Now, I have some goodies for you. So if you are looking to launch your channel, you know, I have an amazing guide to help you get exactly what you need and get it started. I have some video tutorials and templates that will help you get everything done in just 90 minutes of focused work. Or if you already have a channel and you probably ghosted it, right? And you probably already ghosted it, then I think it's time for us to really check the pulse on that YouTube channel and figure out what went wrong so we can really revive it from ghosted to growth. And so I have a 3-part free series that is going to show you exactly how to turn your underperforming YouTube channel into a long-term lead generating marketing powerhouse. Okay. And so you're going to be able to really discover like why your first attempt fell short, and you're going to learn the blueprint to revive your channel and start seeing the results. Okay. So I wonder if I can add that link inside here on my end. Let's see. This is also going to be in the replay, but oh, maybe y'all see that. Let's see. But that is everything, you all. It's time for Q&A. Thank you so much for your time. Follow me on Instagram, YouTube, and Threads at Jamar Diggs. Thank you so much.
Jamar, thank you. That was fantastic. And I love the way you broke that all down, just because it made a ton of sense to me. I'm sure it looked like our audience was also really getting a lot out of it too. I never even thought about breaking the videos out that way. And like we were talking about before the stream started, I was like, I don't think I'm going to learn something myself today here about this, which is fantastic. So thank you very much. That was fantastic.
Of course. I'm so happy.
Yeah. We can open it up to any questions. I don't see any new questions coming in, but we'll be here for another couple minutes. If anybody has any remaining questions, there was one in the Q&A we can talk about. Stephanie was asking, she mentioned that her YouTube is called @StewartDesignCo, and she was questioning whether she should remove the @ in there and change the name of that YouTube channel. I know we weren't talking about, kind of naming conventions, but do you have a take on that? I'm just curious.
Oh, does she do they mean like the channel name has the @ on it, or is it like the user? Because you know how, or is it like a username with the @? Because if it's that, then you have to have it.
The way that she phrased the question, and Stephanie, if you're still here, please feel free to jump in and tell us that I'm wrong. But it sounds like the actual name itself has the @ in there instead of just the typical, @ somebody, right?
Okay. Oh, well,
because then if you were trying to @ her, you do @ Stewart Design Co. Is
yeah,
what it sounds like, right?
Yeah, I kind of, and this just may be my my own personal opinions. I'm like, you should take that @ away. At least on YouTube. You could probably do it. Well, you should probably take that @ away across the board.
Using that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. Cool. Olivia was asking if you have any recommendations for minimum recording equipment requirements. So cameras, that kind of stuff, as far as actually producing a video that is kind of a minimum level of quality, I assume.
Yeah. Hi, Olivia. I honestly love a webcam. Any type of high quality webcam would work. And even you can use like a Yeti microphone, or you could have like a lavalier. Yeah. Which is really, really easy to have. I'm not a techie when it comes to YouTube, because we don't need it. We really don't need it. I have this little background here. These plants are dying. You know what I'm saying? And so I used to just use my webcam and a Yeti microphone, and it got me through, right? In fact, I ended up like doing like all of my videos for like the past year. I remember doing just that, right? So you don't really need to have a fancy camera. As long as they can see you and hear you, you are good to go. Just don't use Zoom to record your videos and you should be good.
I think that's a really good recommendation. Just at minimum, don't do Zoom. That's fantastic. Let's see what else we got here. Okay. Jesse was asking if we have videos on our channel, but no rhyme or reason to them, should we get rid of them and start fresh? So she's talking about kind of culling all the old videos out of there and kind of doing a refresh if she was going to try to revitalize her channel a little bit.
Yeah, if you do not, if you don't want those videos visible on your channel anymore, like they are completely different than what you do now, or you just don't want them, do not delete them. Please unpublish them. Recently, YouTube, the YouTube liaison, I believe, released something saying that if you do want to get rid of them, then just unpublish them, because if you delete them or mark them as private, it could affect your channel's ranking.
Definitely. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I know you can sort of take them away from public view, but it's not actually getting rid of it. I didn't know the word was unpublish. Perfect.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, not unpublish, unlist.
Oh, unlist. Okay. Fantastic. I feel like I've done that before on Dubsada's YouTube channel. I just couldn't think of the word, but I know it's definitely doable. So thank you for that.
Yes.
All right. Jesse was just following up on that and saying they're relevant per se, but just not nicely edited or organized or anything. Some probably don't even have descriptions. So, I mean, to tack on to what you were saying, it sounds like if there were one or two in there, Jesse, and Jamar, please tell me if you have a differing opinion. If there's one or two in there that are like base things that you think are still relevant to your channel and still good, you might keep those, but then maybe get rid of the other ones. Maybe go in there and clean up the descriptions, for example. Do you have any more thoughts on that, Jamar?
Yes, no, that's perfect feedback, Trevor. So yeah, I would, if they are relevant and you still would like people to see them, right? Just optimize them some more, right? Work on the title, change the thumbnail, optimize the YouTube description, add the tags, upload a transcript, all of the ways that you need to optimize it. Just give it some love.
Give it some love. Exactly. Cool. All right. I don't see any other questions in here. So I think we'll probably call it there. Jamar, it's been a pleasure. Really, honestly, I really appreciate you being here. And this is some really unique content for us. And I think I got a ton out of it. I hope now our viewers got a ton out of it. So thank you again. I really appreciate it. Everyone in the chat, we appreciate you all being here. And we'll catch you again on the next one really soon. All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye.